Yo, yo, yo.
Hello.
So today we got the
Hello
mic
there.
set up like professionals, you know? Today we're doing Tame Impala ranking. Now, this is a band that, or I guess a one-man band, I guess, kind of, right? I mean,
Basically,
yeah.
kind of like a Nine Inch Nails situation.
Yeah. And, before I even go into that, we got Taylor from previous Deftones ranking.
Hello.
We got Sean,
Hello.
a first-time appearance here.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Long-time listener of
Welcome.
a couple weeks. And Riley Senny, good old Senny.
Yeah.
I think you might have to hold the mic a little closer there,
Yeah.
buddy.
And Jake Sklo.
And Jake Sklo, you know me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know me, all right. No.
You know him.
So, Tame Impala, yeah. I guess, yeah. What does this particular artist or band like mean to you guys? Cause like,
Whoa.
seriously, I want to start off on a different like what we had before because for me, I'm coming in as a complete new listener, so it's gonna be a different type of standpoint than previously talked about Deftones and Rush, whose bands I've been listening to as long as I can remember. Tame Impala is very, very recent, like past couple of weeks recent. So
Only because we want to make this video and you want to be a part of it.
but
Yeah, dude.
how long have you guys been listening to them now? Like overall,
Long time. Since middle school. Since late middle school, 7th grade.
it's sick as
Something
fuck.
like that. 8th grade.
Yeah, like early high school, like
Yeah.
early mid high school, like sophomore ish year. So like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Word.
Mid junior year for me. Like early 2020.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
time.
more recent than I would have thought.
Yes. For
Huh.
sure.
That's sick. So this is gonna be a cool, like varying, like ranking here because it's just like everybody else has been listening to them longer in all different periods and shit, and then it's just like and then I really have no like nostalgia or anything. So it's just I'm coming from a complete outsider perspective of starting, jumping in right now. So I think it'll be a cool ranking in that regard. You know what I'm saying? So
Nice variety.
A nice
Just some
variety.
Perspectives.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. So.
It's all about perspective.
It's all
man.
about perspective, man. That's what I'm saying. But so, anybody want to start? Be the one to start off each number. Only 4 to pick from here. So yeah. Do you want?
No.
No. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I can start.
Alright.
Number 4. My number 4, I think I gotta say Inner Speaker.
Ooh.
As
Alright.
much as it does kind
Wow.
of pain me to put it there, but I do think it is number 4.
We're getting mixed reactions from the crowd over here.
Mixed
man.
reactions from
Why
the crowd,
is
starting it
it
off strong.
Number
It's
4.
great. It's a great album, but I do think a lot of the songs just don't hold up to some of the others, and I think there's some songs. There's definitely like a few standouts, but the rest of it, some of it kind of starts to blend together after a bit. It's a cool album though. I think it's a great first album.
Yeah.
but
Word.
Yeah.
What do you think about the experimental Jeremy's Storm? Did that play a
Jeremy
part in your
Storm.
ranking?
That's a song that stuck out to me. I love
That
it.
is a
one
cool
of my
song.
favorites.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah.
a great one.
That's a great one.
I do really like that song.
Trippy double compressor sound.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that or why that would be good.
It's like the thing about this album that was unique to me is the drum sound. The drums are pretty fucking cool in this album. Like it hits really hard in certain songs for me, and that's one of them.
Kevin Parker's a
Jeremy
huge
Storm,
drums guy. Like
Yeah.
he very much like when he was posting about making Slow Rush, he was like, "Yeah, I spent like 99% of the time just on the drum sound for It Might Be Time."
fucking
Like,
insane.
it
I
just,
didn't even know about that.
All he's like, "Yeah, I spent so much time just getting the right drum sound for that." So he's a big drum sound
It's his
guy.
first instrument.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember he talked about walking by a bar and he heard this really great snare. He was like, fuck, what is that? What is that from? And then he realized it was his own song.
Really?
I love Paranoia from Currents. Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. That's hilarious. I didn't
Yeah.
even know that.
Yeah. That's a funny clip.
That is awesome. So yeah, is that all you guys say for that?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah.
I'll pass it on to you.
Me? I'm gonna tag right on along here with you because number 4 for me is Inner Speaker as well.
Wow.
Coming in from I guess more of a newer perspective too, it's just like I was listening and it was the first album I really listened to, and I'm like, dude, the Lennon vocals are like you could tell it sounds it's
strong.
so close. Which I mean I guess it's a good thing, but it does very much sound like Lennon, and but there's certain songs like actually like you said, Jeremy Storm, I really love, and I do have some notes here. I like taking notes. Fucking love Alter Ego 'cause it's fucking catchy
That's
as
a
fuck,
great song.
and I love that song. Why won't you make your mind? Why won't you make up your mind? Sorry, that's one of my favorites, honestly. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Don't worry about
It's okay. Don't worry about it. No, but
it.
yeah, I love that.
Solitude is bliss.
Solitude's
Solitude
Bliss.
is
I wrote
Bliss.
that down too.
Yeah.
That was a highlight for me. I love the main motif in that song. There's a lot of I love the jams on, like there's a lot of jammy influence on this album that I love, and also on Jeremy Storm it's almost like jamming, and I fucking love it. So yeah, a great album. What can I say? And yeah, I think that's pretty much what I gotta say about it. Yeah,
Cool.
Nice.
you know
Number
it.
4
You know it.
for me is the Slow Rush.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of
Yeah.
I was expecting that.
Yeah, and maybe it's because like I didn't really think about how long I've been sitting with this music, but like Inner Speaker was a huge album for me, and Lonerism provided some of the first Tame I ever heard, and then Currents was an album that I associated with such like deep nostalgia, and it was the newer, brighter thing, and maybe I'm just a part of like the older, like this newfangled stuff just isn't so much my speed. But I felt like, overall it had a really honed sound, which maybe you appreciated more as like a cohesive album experience. But maybe that growing up, the rougher, more experimental edge is what tickled my fancy. And where I was like, this is...
That makes sense.
Tickle that little
yeah,
fancy
that makes
over there.
sense. The teen angst, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Tickled
The
my
spot.
teen angst.
I can definitely see that since you've been listening to them for so long. Like,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so maybe that's the case. Not that I haven't really, really enjoyed that album, but I just don't have nearly as deep a personal connection with those songs as I do, like Inner Speaker.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah. T?
Well, I feel like we kind of predicted this. Slow Rush.
Oh.
Yeah. Same thing.
Wow.
So, this was the one like combination of albums that I was going back and forth with the most. I mean, I love the Slow Rush. The songs like that they played live when I saw them last year were amazing. Like it's super. Like he's just building off of what he did with Currents, just going down that direction with the more dancey disco influenced stuff, which I like. But I don't know. This one just isn't the most consistent out of the bunch, in my humble opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, it just kind of loses
Okay.
steam in
Okay.
the second half, whereas
Uh-huh.
the album you guys talked about, I feel like is very
Yeah.
consistent. It has highlights in the back half that kind of draw me in more. And I've just listened to it more often. I have a little bit of a connection in that I have a smaller
Yeah.
listening period
Sure.
to this band than you, but
yeah.
I just vibe with the overall organic, psychedelic 60s feel of it.
Yeah, man.
It's great. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
But
As-
yeah, Slow Rush, it's great. I mean, they only have 4 albums. Where are you
Yeah,
gonna
no,
go?
I get you.
What are you going to do? Well, yeah.
I love them all. So,
That ties pretty well into my number 3, also the Slow Rush. Putting that right at number 3. Yeah, I mean I love it, and I think I don't know, when it came out it was really exciting, and I think I still carry a little bit of that with me, the excitement from when it came out, because it was a big deal. I was like, right in my peak Tame Impala phase in my life, and yeah, I think if Patience would have been on the album, it would have been better. I still don't know why he didn't do that.
Yeah.
But because I love that song. But I do still love the album. I think there's a lot of songs I still go back to that people don't talk about a lot, like Instant Destiny and Glimmer
Love that
and
song.
Yeah,
stuff
Instant
like that.
Destiny. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a great
Breathe
song.
Deeper.
Breathe Deeper
is
is
one
fun.
of my favorites.
Yeah, I'll get to that
All
one.
time.
The opener and closer are cool. they're not the. I think the stuff in the middle is the best. I think I like the first song, which is
One More Year
One
is
More
great.
Year, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
so
cool.
hooky, so dancey.
But yeah,
Overall.
Absolutely.
absolutely, dude. Great, solid album.
man. That's
Number 3 spot.
That's your number 3 spot right there. My number 3 is Lonerism.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is cool. I mean it's to me. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, that's how albums work. But it's a great connection between the debut and currents. I think it balances out both of what they do pretty well. I love how the opening songs almost has this like industrial feel to it too. And his voice still leans into like this like a Lennon type beat thing, but it's starting to gain some more uniqueness to it, which I like. But yeah, the opening song, love it, interesting, love it. Again, love the I love the drum sound on this album again too. It's cool. Not many other albums I know I can pin it to like what sounds exactly like the drums on this album. I love how he does it. I love how he mixes them and everything. I love the swing and Ender's Toy. Great. It's a cool bounce to that song. Apocalypse Dreams upon first couple listens is one of my favorites off the album. I love the bass and like keys interplaying in it. And fucking Mind Mischief. I fucking love that song. Love the guitar lines in it. I love all the harmonies. Every fucking song is so deep, and there's so many fucking soundscapes like that he builds in each song. And I think it's fucking awesome. And like I said, Music to Walk Home by reminds me of Zeppelin. I mean, it's funny because there's a song, Led Zeppelin. But this song reminds me of Zeppelin too. So there is a lot of influences off here that I can pin back to a lot of the 60s, 70s, and shit like that. So
Rock and roll, man.
rock and roll, baby. But yeah, so Lonerism, my number 3, great album. I think it's a great connection, a great bridge between Currents and the one that was before it, which is Inner Speaker. Which I don't know why I said it like that.
Correctamundo.
Correctamundo, but it's true. I worded it weirdly. So I'm gonna pass this off to you.
That leads into my hardest flip flop, I think.
Oh boy.
For number 3. And this is coming in last minute. I really
Oh,
went
really?
back
We got a last minute change here.
I really went back and forth a lot about it. I think the more I think about what I come back to, number 3, I put Inner Speaker. Just barely below my number 2 pick, which I guess I'll reveal later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an album. I come back to it more than I do Inner Speaker or Slow. Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking about how back when I used to skateboard a lot, when we were talking about Inner Speaker, that was my album. It was my rough and tumble, rocking around and falling down album. And yeah, the more I come back to Tame Impala, I come back to Lonerism, and it's a star-studded, no-filler album that's got all the hits on it.
I like the star-studded.
Yeah.
Star-studded.
Yeah.
I never heard that. I never heard that phrase before.
Some people describe condoms that way.
Star-studded?
Yeah.
The fuck does that mean?
Ribbed for...
Rib-
Uh,
So
Diamonds
anyway,
implanted.
no. There's just not one song that I wouldn't pick up and maybe keep on lying. But otherwise, it's a great lineup. It's got all the fan favorites.
A lot of big hits.
Yeah.
How many
Staples.
songs do you play off of this one live?
Off of Inner Speaker?
When you
It
saw
might
it.
have. Oh, Inner Speaker.
Yeah, I forgot to reinforce that. Inner Speaker is the one that I put third.
Yeah, he only
Yeah, I guess.
played. It was Runway House City Clouds,
Oh.
which
That's
honestly
cool he
was
played one
the
off of
best
it, yeah.
song that
Really?
I saw there.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's sick.
That is a great one.
it was
Yeah.
magical.
My brain is just filled with so much, like the music video for Mind Mischief, and feels like we only go backwards and how much of a sensation that became. The more I look back, the more this really had a crazy influence on my musicality. Why Won't They Talk to Me was the first Tame Impala song I ever heard. My dad sat me down and like had me listen through it through the home speaker, and I didn't like it, but then it just like came far around. So yeah, my number 3 is Inner Speaker.
Well, yeah, mine is also Inner Speaker. Yeah, it's really good. It's a great debut. It sounds like a debut because you can hear the influences coming through heavy. Like you said, the John Lennon nasally voice is strong, but it's cool. It's a vibe. I love the album cover. There's just really, the songs are very simple but just catchy, and yeah, the iconic production is there and it's solid, but I just feel like the stuff that he does later on is just bigger, better, more impactful, more memorable. I've listened to those albums more, but yeah, it's just solid. Everything you said.
It's solid.
Yeah, there's nothing you can say against it, really, in my opinion. Maybe it gets a little slow at parts, but if you're in the mood for it,
Then
on a
it
nice
hits, yeah.
sunny drive.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's shameless. It's all its own.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I think that's completely within reason.
Bless
Senny
you, Senny.
sneezing. Senny sneeze
Bless you.
cam. Woo!
Bless you.
Yeah, thanks for that.
No problem.
Bless you.
Well, all right,
God
I guess
bless you.
Bless you.
God
Thank
bless
you, Taylor.
America.
God bless you.
I got God on my side now.
Bless you,
Uh,
Sonny.
Is it up to me for number 2?
I guess it's up to you for number 2.
Oh, well, number
Rhymes.
2, solid, pretty predictable pick here. I'm going to go with Lonerism for my number 2. Yeah, it's amazing. My second favorite Tame Impala album, I'd have to say. I'd give it that award. Yeah, just solid songs. I was telling somebody the story about how I got my wisdom teeth taken out, and I was really high after I got out of the dentist, and I asked my mom to play Mind Mischief just on repeat the whole way home. The 20-minute drive back, we just listened to that. I think we listened to some other stuff from that album too, because I was just so gone that I was like, there's only one thing I want to listen to right now, and it's fucking Lonerism, man. Psych rock masterpiece. Every song, Sean already said, every song, no filler, amazing front to back. The production is so cool. It's got the cool vintage feel to it, but it's still got a lot of cool modern techniques.
Yeah, that's
going
a
on.
good point out for that.
That's like what you were saying about the drums, it's got this cool vintage drum sound, got the Beatles, Zeppelin kind of influence still very present in there, but bringing some modern shit, bringing some starting to implement the cool synthy stuff, which is, it's amazing. Solid album. I'll hand it off to you.
Good choice. Thanks for handing off the torch to me.
Of course.
So my number 2 is Slow Rush. I really like it a lot. I don't really even know what else to say. I really love it. I love. By the way, the album cover is fucking awesome. It's my
It
favorite
is.
album cover, I think, actually.
Ever?
No, not ever. Not Jesus, no. But by Tame Impala, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not ever, but it is really good. It is
It's
really good.
beautiful.
I love it. I love the color. I love the abstract colors of it and everything. But anyway, So, I was gonna say though, yeah, I know you mentioned Someone mentioned Instant Destiny,
I think
and
that was me.
it's in my notes because I just fucking love that song. I love the interplay of it. I just love that song and the phrasing. Borderline is up there as one of my favorites off the record. Just so catchy. Chorus is so good.
Posthumous Forgiveness is
Yes.
so
Amazing.
emotional.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Yes.
So good.
underrated
Amazing.
song. I actually had. Yeah. I love that. I love the little fleeting guitar lines in that song, and
Yeah.
like all these, all that stuff that that Tame Impala is known for, just like all this little layering shit that you wouldn't hear in other bands or other projects and whatnot. But it's just so much going on everywhere, and I feel like they're very much one of those things, especially coming from me. I'm gonna be listening a lot more because I feel like every listen is really gonna unfold something new in each song. And it's like, yeah. Oh yeah, Breathe Deeper is my favorite, I think, off the record.
Mine too.
Yeah, it's just so catchy. It's such a vibe, I guess. I don't even know what else to say. I love how it kind of fades out too, and then the synth comes in, and then it comes back in, and I love that. And yeah, Tomorrow's Dust, I love it. I love the acoustic guitar opening. The background parts are awesome in there. On Track is also one of my favorites. Love that song. Yes, and I love the
What a hook.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I love the hook, and I love the ebbs and flows of this song. It really is like a trip, man. I don't know how to say. And then Lost in Yesterday. I love there's like an 80s.
That's a great song.
Yes, I love that song. There's a heavy 80s vibe in that song. The bass in every song is fucking amazing. I love the bass in this song too. And yeah, it's just amazing songs. It Might Be Time is a very sick song too.
The drums on that
Almost
fucking
gives me
song, dude.
Huge drums, and it gives me almost a Steely Dan vibe in certain parts.
Whoa.
I love that song.
It's got big 70s like arena rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
vibes.
I love it.
Sticks. You know, that
Yeah,
sort
Sticks
of thing.
too. Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, dude, I love this album. I think it flows super well. And it's sorry if you hear me chewing on my gum like a cow too. I just now caught myself. But yeah, so the slow rush, the slow gum. That was a really bad attempt at a joke. Anyway, Slow Rush, good too. Number one, Sean, you can take the helm now.
Okay. On Track is the one with the crazy synth line, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Cool. That just comes to my head every time.
I love that. Yeah.
It's so nice. My number 2 pick, I talked about it a lot, is Lonerism. Because
What?
yeah, it's just, yeah. I mean, I won't say too much about number 1. But what I will say is I've spent a lot of time with these songs, and they've all very well earned their number 1 spot. Like Sandy was talking about what you put on repeat. I've put on every single one of these songs on repeat at one point or another. But yeah. It's part of a sound that integrated really well into my childhood and made me develop as a person and think about what I liked and why I liked it. And yeah, to talk more specifically about, like, nothing that has happened so far has been anything we can control is both one of the longest song titles I've ever heard and one of the most delicious 6-minute tracks I've ever heard.
So good.
The interlude with like the trippy speaking and you can't quite understand, you have to listen to it a lot to figure out that they're just talking about, like, they're at some kind of camp and this guy comes up and he's like, hey, what's wrong? It's just like this vibey summer conversation. Every one of these songs has fulfilled a long-term purpose in my life, and so I appreciate it very much. But I put it at number 2.
That's a great breakdown, man.
It's my number 2 as well. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just.
Goddamn.
It has just
Bruh.
some of their like.
Jesus, you hit that dead on. Wowee.
Yeah, we really got the same.
Zooey mama.
Yeah.
You.
Oh shit.
You.
Say more.
Well, I don't really know what else to say. It's just
Yeah,
really
we've
good.
said. I
You
think
guys have all said it. Like, I love Keep On Line is underrated.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's an underrated song. Apocalypse Dreams, that was a very important song for me for a little period. Yeah. I just think his writing just really elevates to like another stratosphere on this. And
Yeah.
it's like he's unlocked just like everything he's wanted to do musically in his brain, and you can feel just the inspiration coming through very heavy. Yeah, it's amazing. It's not quite number one. But what is Senny's number one? We're about to find out.
What is
We're
my
gonna
number
find
one?
out what the hell is
I
it. What
have
could
to.
it be
Oh
now?
man, I have to be the one to start the conversation about this album. Oh
I
boy,
guess- I
that's an
guess
honor.
It might just be a conversation, I guess. 'Cause
We
Yeah,
don't
I
want to
think,
say it at the same time.
we-
One
let's say it at the
and
same
the
time. I
two
wonder what's gonna
and
be.
the
Three,
four,
five,
six,
and a half.
6.2. Wait, 6.
Oh, it's currents.
7?
Currents.
Currents is currents.
Currents. Number one times 4. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Talk to us about it, Senny.
Yes, Senny.
Yeah. So
Give it. Lay it on us.
Lay it
yeah,
down.
you know, just like like I said with the last one, this is my favorite Tame Impala album. Actually, I didn't say that about the last one. I said it was my second favorite.
Wow.
Appropriately
Lying.
so because this is my number one pick, so it's obviously my favorite. And yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, it's a interesting parallel there for sure to be drawn. Yeah, Let It Happen. Taylor and I were just talking the other day about the first time we ever listened to that song.
Yes, we were.
Uh,
It was life changing
Was-
in a way.
Life changing in a way.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
every song off the album is it's life changing in its own different way. But every song, the flow of the album, the consistency is perfect. The ebbs and flows, every song obviously hits. Yeah, there's no song I don't like. I don't think on the whole album. And yeah, there's just so much that takes the production just to a whole new level. Just takes the songwriting to a new level. Everything. Yeah, it's Kevin Parker at his best, man. In my opinion, thus far in his career.
Mm-hmm.
Enough said.
I know I was just laughing like a bitch for a while, but
That is true.
Let It Happen. You guys were talking about Let It Happen. Yeah, that song I think is my favorite off this record and my favorite by him probably. I didn't really. I've like literally never listened to like any song off this album like before like. I don't even know like in full seriously like until like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I mean I've heard little snips of Less I Know the Better and whatever, but I think that was pretty much about it. And then I just was like I was walking outside the other day, perfect sunny day wind and breeze and I just put it on with the headphones on. It was pretty it was insane. So being able to listen to this for the first time was insane. I don't really even know where to start. There's so much to pinpoint, like you said. I mean, I could go on and list every single song, but everything flows so well, and everything. I'm trying to just like let it happen. Like I said, like it's the songwriting, everything about it, the ebbs and I keep saying ebbs and flows, but like you said, the ebbs and flows are just the killer.
Yeah, I stole your terminology there.
Yeah,
That's my
I
bad.
actually said it first, I think. So.
Yeah, that's why I said I stole it.
Oh.
That is how stealing
Awkward.
works.
That's how stealing works.
Okay, we're collaborating.
We're collaborating
Yeah.
here. Yeah, there's no
Making
there's no
music, it's
stealing.
alright.
Yeah, I just
Steely
inspired
Dan
you.
over
I just
here.
heavily inspired you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
stole it. No,
Thievery.
I had to say I love the transition of Nengs into the moment. I don't know why I love that song. Just everything. The less I know, the better. Obviously, fucking awesome. Past Life is a cool one. Going right into Disciples, and then just the whole trip of that going into Cause I'm a Man and everything. And I didn't even mention Eventually or Yes I'm Changing. I could just mention every song. Just mark every song down for me. So I don't really. It's hard to even just pinpoint songs really. But yeah, there's nothing that sounds like this, and I don't really even know what else to say, to be honest. But it's fucking amazing. I can't wait to dive into it millions and millions of times more.
Word.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. This album just sounds like stars. It was like nothing I'd ever heard before. One of the first times that I like deliberately sought out looking for new music, I found this album. I was like, I've seen that album cover before. That's probably great.
Yeah.
People probably love it, but I probably missed it. It's probably not something that I enjoy. Probably. And yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I just figured I should say it one more time.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Prob.
And
Probs.
yeah, I can't remember what track caught my attention. It was probably Let It Happen or The Less I Know The Better. Some of the more music video type songs.
Singles.
Yeah, some.
The singles.
That's a way to put it.
Called
No, but yeah, I just remember being blown away, and then that was when I had Apple Music and I was downloading whatever came up, and I didn't make the connection that it was the same band that I'd spent so much time listening to, like Elephant and Why Won't They Talk to Me, and these like little singles. I didn't dive fully into Tame Impala until I just totally soaked in Currents, and like that. The music album for Let It Happen really stays in my head. It's like the dude running around the airport and he gets a heart attack and then he's in space, and like every Tame Impala music video, just trippy as all hell. Nangs, I remember looking at my library and sorting through like most listened to songs, and Nangs was at the top. It was like 70 listens. It's like, holy shit. It's like a trippy 2-minute, interlude. But
I could
yeah.
talk about Nangs for a long time.
Yeah,
I've
it's
also
ridiculous.
been obsessed with that song, like from the moment I heard it.
yeah.
It's amazing.
And in Disciples, I had never heard a song quite like Disciples. It's like a bubbly melding of past and future, but then I had never heard a song that like did the lo-fi to hi-fi effect before, and so it just opened up how you can experience music in transitions. And transition-wise, not a track is out of place. It's just a really cohesive, well-rounded album.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is.
That's just how I feel. Ooh-wee woo.
That's just how I feel.
It's perfect. This album is freaking perfect. Yeah.
Nobody's talked about Love Paranoia yet.
Love.
Yeah.
That song
Nailed
had me
it.
by the
Important.
balls the first time I heard it, man. That song rips. It's so good.
It rips ass, man.
Because I'm a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woman. Yeah. It's very. Yeah. It's very
Oh,
catchy. I love every song. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was.
Yeah,
It's
it
an
sounds,
amazing album.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, it sounds like a discotheque on like psychedelics or something. It's just so beautiful and fun and emotional, and it's a journey.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
a journey of a record.
I'm blanking on what the last song is called. I know I
New
love
person,
it.
same
New
old
person,
mistakes.
same old mistakes.
Mhm.
I think that might actually be the drum sound that he walked by. And it was
Oh,
also
was
the
it really?
one that Rihanna
Yeah.
covered.
Yeah, Rihanna covered it.
Yeah, so people just know it as a Rihanna song.
That's
kind of crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I heard
insane.
someone say that
Wow.
once. I was like, "Wait, you mean the Tame Impala song?" Right? They're like, "No, no, Rihanna." I was like,
Yeah, same deal.
Oh.
I remember explaining that to somebody. It's like, shit, that's amazing.
God damn.
Yeah.
I had
That's
no
insane.
idea that she covered
It's
that.
kind
I-
of cool.
yeah.
It's a cool cover, but
It's
I had
obviously
no
really
clue either, honestly.
yeah, the
Very
originals.
faithful to the original.
Curious, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, Reality in Motion.
Reality in
Yeah,
I was
Motion.
yeah.
stuck
that's
on
good-
that for
that's a
some
good
time.
song,
And that's the
man.
11th track, man. That's ridiculous.
That's insane.
You can keep that banger so long.
Yeah. That's very true.
Eventually is
I love.
amazing.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
awesome
trip.
too, man. God.
Yeah.
Hooky.
Yeah, man. I'll makes you feel a certain kind of way.
Mm.
What else can I
Definitely
say?
an album that you notice more things every time you listen
Yeah.
to it. Like
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
There's something new in every listen, which is the sign of a amazing album, I think.
Absolutely.
This is one of the most dancey albums that I got into, like as a young man.
Yeah.
I think I just always associated music that you dance to is like, I don't know, hypnotic and
Party
whatever.
in the
Like you're not really
USA.
listening to it. Yeah, you're doing something else.
Yeah.
It's like music for people who don't want to listen to music. They just want to,
Shut your brain off. You know,
Yeah.
you're not really paying attention to
Exactly.
what's
Yeah.
happening
But
necessarily.
then, like Tame Impala, through Currents, made me appreciate dancey music. It can be something. It doesn't have to be complicated. Obviously, Kevin Parker is a complicated dude with some crazy ass music, but yeah, I've just worn in a new appreciation for albums like that can make you dance and make you think.
It's dancey, but also introspective and sad as hell.
That's why I
you know?
love Gaucho by Steely Dan. I think.
Shit, man, I love
So
Gaucho
much.
too.
Yeah, it's dancey, but it's so intricately woven. It's cohesive.
It's such a good album. That's such a
Yeah.
good album.
Man, Currents, number one.
Current's
Number
number one for
one.
me, yeah. Senny, you never said.
Oh yeah, I don't think I did ever say, but yeah, Currents is my number
No,
one.
no, you definitely did. I just.
It's my
I just
it's my
completely-
favorite
I
Tame
just
Impala
completely- I
album.
just completely
together, actually.
manipulated and gaslighted you into thinking that you didn't say it.
Bitch.
So yeah, my
for
number
that.
one guys is actually Currents by Tame Impala.
Oh,
There it is.
You
You
Yeah.
heard it here.
hot
Heard
pick.
it.
Wow. Really?
Hot
Wow,
take.
Wow. Jesus. Look at this guy.
Shout
Thank
out
you.
to the new single with Thundercat.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
More lies.
Oh
It's
yes.
amazing.
Great.
I love the cover too. It's funny.
It's really funny.
Creative.
Very, very cool cover.
It is.
But yeah.
An
I guess-
Impala.
Is that it?
I think so.
I guess
That's
that's
it. Well, I hope all of you, friendly people watching, enjoyed this.
all 7 billion.
All 7 billion. Comment any bands, I guess. Any suggestions anybody else to do, you know. Always open suggestions, you know. This has been Jake, Taylor, Sean,
I'm Sean.
Riley, Senny. I said
I'm
Sean.
the only one that
I
has a
think- I
last
think they
name.
already knew that.
Oh, and I'm Sean.
Oh, I think I already said Sean earlier, actually.
Did you Sean. Sean.
Sean. His name's Sean.
Is it Scene or Sean?
Is
It
it
is
Steen?
actually Sean.
It's spelled.
Okay.
Are
it's
you
spelled-
an
We don't actually even have
AW
to talk about how it's spelled because how you pronounce it is the same no matter
Yeah.
what.
Sean, Scene.
It's actually just Sean.
Well.
When you yawn, do you
Glad we
spell
talked
it
about it.
Y-E-A-N?
I don't actually. That would be
Got it.
mean, wouldn't it?
When you lean, do you spell it L?
I don't know if that's gonna work.
I don't know that one's gonna work. I don't know. All right. Well,
Tame
doesn't
Impala
quite add
album
up on that one.
Let me
ranking.
think about that.
that's my favorite Tame album. But
Lean?
Lean.
Cool, dude.
No problem.
You're welcome.
I think we should end the video.
Okay.
A bada
Well,
bing, bada
thanks.
boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.
And I'm Sean.
Love you all. That's just Sean.
Taylor. Bye
Taylor.
bye.
Adios.
Oh, I just
Hasta
stand up.
luego. Aloha.
Bye bye.
Wanna bar.